I work in a very small garage shop, so I designed this better mobile miter saw station for space efficiency and performance. If you are interested in building this, I have full detailed written and video plans in the description. I'm starting out by cutting all the cabinet components to their final dimensions. Next, I'm going to put the dado stack in my table saw to cut all the dados in my side cabinet walls. All of these dados will be 3/4 inches wide and 3/8 of an inch deep, which is half the thickness of the plywood. Now I'm gonna leave that dado stack in and cut the rabbet on the bottom of both side cabinet walls. This will accept the bottom piece of the cabinet. I'm going to take out my dado stack and put in my regular single blade, which is about 1/8 of an inch wide. I'll do the same thing to cut these 1/4 inch rabbets as I did for the 3/4 inch rabbets, but it'll just take me 2 passes because I'm using a single blade. Just make sure if you use a single blade like I'm going to, you cut all the pieces and then you move the rip pins and then you cut all the pieces again at the same time for that second pass. I've taped the edges of the dados and that will just make cleanup a little easier if there's glue squeeze out. I'll position the cabinet face down when I glue it up, and that will just make sure that the front edges are all flush with each other. Then I'll let that all dry, cut the back panel to its perfect size and glue that in. I'll attach the edge bending to the top first, and once that dries, I'll cut that flush with the router, and then I'll attach the edge bending to the rest of the cabinet and then cut that flush with the router as well. Then I'll glue the wing structure together, measure it so that when I cut the wing tops, I can make sure they fit perfectly, and I'll attach those using glue. Now there's a reason for this support piece. When I cut the dado on the top of the wing, it's going to make that 3/4 inch plywood pretty thin at that spot, and this is going to make each wing really sturdy. To make the T-Track channel, clamp a straight edge to the top of your wing. I'm using a perfectly straight piece of plywood, and make multiple passes until you get the depth you want. Before I cut the drawer pieces, I'm gonna first measure the opening in the cabinet. Then, out of 3/4 inch plywood, I'll cut the drawer sides, the drawer back, and the drawer face to their final dimensions. I'll use a dado stack and my table saw to cut the rabbets in the drawer back and the drawer face, but I'll first make some test cuts in a scrap piece of plywood just to make sure the fit is nice. For the dados that will accept the 1/4 inch bottom piece, I'm just going to use my regular blade and make 2 passes. Then after I put the drawer box together, I'll see exactly how big the drawer bottom needs to be, and I'll cut that to size. To attach the drawer pull to the drawer face, I'll first find the center of the drawer face and then drill 2 holes on either side of that center point. Then I'll attach the drawer pull initially using just wood glue, and I'll hold it there for a few minutes until it's nice and steady. Then I'll drill some more pilot holes directly into the drawer pull and then screw it in place. This glue and screw combo makes the drawer pull really sturdy. I'm using an 1¼ inch pocket hole screws instead of the screws that the folding brackets came with, because the head on the pocket hole screws will secure it a little better. Make sure you use some sort of drill bit extension, otherwise there's just not enough space to attach the folding brackets to the cabinet and the wings with your drill. And you're done! Nice job! I cannot wait for you to start using the Better Mobile Miter Saw Station. And remember, be kind, be awesome.